Welcome to Cooking with Abba. Today I am coming to show you one healthy meal you should be making. This is called the broth soup. Yes, where dumpe dumpe dumpe. So this is actually how do you call it, marrow soup. That's the whole idea, and it's with fish as well. So this is for when you have guests, or this is like a starter soup, or when you're not feeling too well. This is very healthy for you. This bone marrow soup, that's the main ingredient or the main thing we're going to be focusing on. So to make this soup, like I said, the main thing is the kotoje. It is the cow or the whatever protein you want, the marrow part. Then I have some salted beef or cured beef. I've got tilapia. Then I'm using beetroot, carrot, tomatoes, onions, and some yellow paprika pepper. That's optional. If you don't want it, you can just opt that one out. So to start off, I'm going to start by cooking the kotoje. Yes, the cow legs in there. The bone marrow is very important, and the broth in there is very healthy for you because how do I say? Especially if you find yourself in the cold spaces or the cold parts of the world, you need a lot of this bone marrow for your bones itself, for calcium, and all the other benefits that come with it. Then I'm adding in my spices in there. You can check the ingredients description button for that. You'll find all of them there. But it's basically garlic dip, the sweet chili. Then I also had some classic Ghanaian spice I use for my meat-based stuff. Then of course salt to taste. Then this bit of water goes in there as well. If you want to know how to make spices as well, I have 10 essential spice mixes you should check out on the channel. I added in prekese. Yes, prekese powder is also on my channel. Turkey berry powder. Yes, Kweon Susua powder is also on my page. You can also check that as well. Then I added in some bay leaves. Bay leaves are great when you are cooking bones, any protein with bones, whether it's pork, meat, beef, whatever it is. Once there's bones and it's in protein, always add in some bay leaf. For this, I'm going to be using the steam that is cooking to also cook the vegetables. Yes, so the vegetables, I'm using lots of carrots, onion, tomatoes, beetroot, and the sweet peppers as well. That's like I said, we're friend of our home quite. And now home file swan. Now I now I feel good. Yes. So this is a feel good kind of soup. So after a while, once it steams up, I'm just going to transfer the vegetables into my blender. You realize I didn't use any water for the vegetables because I'm making most of the heat that is coming out from the meat actually cooking, and that takes a while to cook. So once you start with that, by the time you're done blending all the blendables and everything, I just say, I don't know, I pick a simple cry. So I'm just washing the remains of the vegetables onto it. Then I can actually go in to blend my blendables. Those are the main things I'm going to use for the soup. And like I said, this takes a while to cook, so you need to start off this and start it off on a good heat. Yes, a lot of heat is going to help you as well. For the bones, because it's well cut, like it's going to cook through well. Just as sometimes the skin or the meat around that side can have a lot of muscle and can be hard to cook. So I didn't add fresh pepper. I was just using my chili and salt. Yes, which is like pepper and salt. Yes, if you can use fresh pepper, any one you want. Instead of using the garlic dip, the powdered garlic, you can also use fresh garlic as well. Anything you want to use is your preference. So I'm just going to go in with my power blender and I'm going to blend this with a soup function. If you're in Finland, please, you want to buy a good blender that will last you very long, get this one from Power. It's a very good one. I would always recommend it. It gives you very good results. So by the time the soup function is done making the blend for you, it is silky smooth. You won't need a strainer to actually blend it. Yes, it's silky smooth for your blending. So at this point, I realized, well, it's good. My base was done. My meat was also good. So I just transferred it into a bigger saucepan. I washed everything into it because yes, yambedi agro. I also poured the meat into it. Like I said, this is the main base of the soup, and the meat takes a long time. The muscles and the meat around the bones always take longer time to cook, so you need to actually start that off very early. And like I said, if you're using power blender, you know it's a good blender, so you're not going to need to really sieve it up. Yes, everything is going to come out smooth and silky and perfect. So once this is cooking up, I'm now coming to add in my salted beef or cured beef. Yes, this one Ghanaians are experts in it. Yes, that is going to give it more taste, more flavor. I'm going to let this boil and boil and boil and boil and boil. So actually, for your meat to cook, you need about 20 minutes to cook the meat, and then by then the steam would have also cooked the vegetables. You just blend it up. Let this cook for extra 10 minutes or 15 minutes at worst, which gives you like 30 minutes rounded time. Then you can check for your salt and see if it's okay for you. And at this point, we can now add in your fish. The fish is the very last thing that is going to go in there because fish doesn't take long to cook. If you put your fish in early, it's going to go all flaked up. If you want to pre-season your fish, you can do that, but don't forget that I've placed a lot of seasoning with the meat and it's all going in there. So the fish is going to still get a lot of good flavors and season in there. I don't want to overly do stuff. Yes, that's the most important thing. And then you just let this cook for like 10 minutes, maximum 15 minutes, because fish doesn't take long to cook. If you cook it too long, it's going to flake up and disgrace you. Yes. So once this comes to a boil, like I said, 10 minutes, maximum 15 minutes, your fish will be done in it. Susununu. Now I'm going to tell one now. So yes, this is my bone marrow broth soup. Very healthy, very tasty, very easy to replicate. We won't pay we now pay me patch you be one fee why you'll be with fee. Yeah, you might feel for and when here. And whenever you're not feeling well, whenever you don't have good appetite, or you're not like, we don't want to papa. This is one recipe you should go for because this has a lot of how do I say, nutrient, is a nutri-pack kind of booster. And if you're having a hot coming to please, where start a mom and also so here. So yes, this is my bone marrow soup, which is very, very healthy. Like I'd really want you to give it a try and give me feedback on how that went. Yes, you can make this lighter by adding in more water if you'd want. At this point, you've watched this video to this point, you've not liked, you've not subscribed. Hey, me and I will get them sell. Tap a link, no so tap it so na share it's very necessary. So yes, do give this a try and let me know if you have any question, anything to just drop it in the comment section. I'll do well to address that for you. Till I see you in the next food video. Do live life to the fullest. Be joyous, be merry, and lots of love for my team and I. Mwah, 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 mwah.